welcome to episode 119 of Off the Chest of Timothy Regal. I, of course, am your host, a member of the Pro Wrestling Intelligentsia.
The what?
The Pro Wrestling Intelligentsia.
What does that mean?
We've discussed this before a few episodes ago. It's for intelligent, sophisticated professional wrestling fans.
Oh.
You're the 7-Star Mind. You probably are a part of it.
It's work.
You're not. Your mind really isn't 7 stars.
If you find someone who rates stars, and I'll tell you what they tell you.
I know somebody that rates stars. His name's Dave.
So somebody who rates brains.
Well, Dave rates in stars, so maybe we should ask. Can we like interview Dave? We can ask him.
What?
We'll interview. We'll get a hold of Dave. We'll interview Dave for the show, and we'll ask him to rate your brain.
I'm gonna turn the AC on. I think.
This is a riveting start to the show.
Right?
There's been a lot going on in the world of professional wrestling. There's a lot that's going to happen in the world of professional wrestling in just 4 days? 3 days?
3? I don't know.
What would this will drop on Tuesday, so
I might put it up tonight. Who knows?
we put it up tonight, but this Friday night at
Friday night
at the Rust Belt in East Moline, it's gonna be.
Who's it gonna be, Regal?
Woo!
Woo! Regal, why are you imitating me?
Rick.
What's going on, player?
Hey, bud. How are you excited?
For what?
It's almost time for.
Oh, to go see my good friend Merrick Brave.
Absolutely.
Is it true he is the greatest commentator of all time?
Well, he won an award 1 year.
I bet he's
the only
great.
year they gave it away.
Yeah?
He won a Commentator of the Year award. I think it was kind of rigged. I kind of dispute the results of that one.
Really? Why is that?
Because I didn't win.
Oh, you're a sore loser, Regal. Do you know how many times I didn't win Wrestler of the Year?
None?
That's right.
Rick, you'd have voted for me, right?
I've never heard you commentate.
But you talk to me on the podcast every week. You know I'm a good talker. You know I'm articulate. You know that I'm intelligent. You know that I'm fun to hang out with.
None of those things are true.
Man, Rick, you're really, really mean today.
Yeah?
Are you Rick? Are you? I know you might be a little mean to me, but you're not going to be mean to the fans this Friday, right?
Oh, hell no. Under one condition.
What's that?
They buy Alex McCarthy lots of drinks.
Can they buy me drinks too, Rick?
No. If they buy you drinks, I will punch them in the throat and then take my belt off, whip them with it, and suffocate them with my shirt.
That's very violent, Rick.
I'm the ultra-violent nature boy. That's what they did. When I went into that surgery, I got a brain transplant, and they gave me half of Nick Gage's brain, and now I'm M, woo, D, woo, K, woo, all day, baby. I'm gonna kill some motherfuckers this Friday night, and I'm gonna start with you.
All right. Good to know. Hey, Rick. We'll see you Friday.
We'll see ya.
It's going to be a good time.
It's gonna be a great time.
All right.
That was interesting.
Apparently Rick's hanging out with Nick. Rick's got half of Nick Gage's brain.
That is an interesting story.
That's an interesting combination, let me tell you that.
Third one, yes.
But, Alex, how excited are you?
I'm pretty excited. You know, I'm going to try to be cool. I probably won't even get to talk to him. It's okay. Because I did not go to MolarKnights.com and pay my $100 to get that VIP package. What a great deal that is to get 2 autographed items from Ric Flair, to get to meet Ric Flair, get your photo taken with Ric Flair,
I know,
and get to see SCW Pro action along with great comedy and music at Molar Nights at the Rust Belt.
I know those were nearly sold out.
I believe they were sold out.
So, but you can still, if they are sold out, you can still get a $40 ticket that gets you into both days.
Yep.
Of the wrestling, comedy, and party rock and roll.
Party rock. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time.
Hey, Alex.
And we gonna make you lose your mind.
I have it confirmed.
Everybody just have a good
Folks,
good,
I have
good
it confirmed from Sean Moeller personally that Alex McCarthy will not be allowed to sing at the Turnbuckle Festival.
Oh, I'm singing, baby.
So, there will be
The
no...
sailor said, Brandy, you're fine, what a good wife. You can be such a fine, but my life, my love, and my lady is the sea.
Anyway, we do know one match. It's going to be going down this Friday.
One match.
We know one match.
We know more. We know 2 matches.
Do we?
Yeah.
I know. I can only think of well, we'll talk about the one that I can think of off the top of my head.
The fucking triple threat tag team match.
Oh yeah.
The Jossie fought tooth and nail when his partner was brutally attacked to earn.
Hey, dude.
How dare you disrespect Big Match Ja, Frontman Ja, the showstopper.
Do me a favor. Do not tell Ja I forgot that.
I'm telling Ja.
Do not tell Ja I forgot.
I'm telling Ja.
Ja will be very angry that I forgot that. He will probably yell things at me for a very long time.
I'm going to tell him.
Don't tell him. He will yell at me very loudly. But yeah, Ja, we're hoping that JT Energy is going to be able to be there Friday.
I have it on good authority that it's possible.
He has to clear the concussion protocol.
Yes.
Thanks to two jack-offs.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, I'm going to call them a lot of things because Dion Roosman and Robin Steele, those guys suck, man.
They're very competent athletes.
DJ Click and Play was showing us some amazing dance moves.
He was bringing sexy back.
He was bringing sexy back, and all of a sudden they showed up and gave him a concussion. The camera fell.
We're bringing CTE back. Yep.
Wow. That is the thing that you just said.
Those concussed people don't know where they're at. Yep.
But, I mean, I gotta think, dude.
It would be great if you thought.
Ja and JT Energy, as long as they can go, they want those SCW tag titles back, man.
I think they're gonna whoop Dion and Robin Steele, but I don't know, man. I don't know if they can beat the One Commanders, the Lucha Legend, Latin Thunder, collectively known as the Thunderhawks. Regal is yawning when I talk about the Thunderhawks, and I'm going to text that to Manders.
I've been awake since 5 a.m. It's very late.
I'm going to text that to Manders.
It's very late.
I'm going to text that to Manders.
We watched a little wrestling show just before we recorded this that we're going to talk about in a little bit.
Oh, I don't want to talk about it.
There was some high stakes. We'll just say that right now. But then
there was some brats. There was some hot dogs. Those brats were good. Did you have a brat?
Those were very good bratwurst. But the other match that we know, based on things that happened last Friday in Walcott, Iowa, it's going to be the SCW Heavyweight Champion Travis Titan defending against the man who was cashing in his rematch clause, Xander Killen.
Yes.
And it's not just going to be any match, Alex.
No.
There's going to be tables.
And?
Ladders.
And?
Chairs.
Oh, my!
It's a TLC match.
What's your favorite TLC match, Regal?
WrestleMania X7. There literally is only one answer to that question.
I don't know. I really like the one with Jerry Lawler and The Miz.
What?
Remember the Jerry Lawler and The Miz TLC match?
No.
It was on Raw.
I don't remember it.
It was good.
I'll take your word for it.
It was for the WWE title?
It probably was.
Miz was the champ?
I believe so.
It was awesome.
I will say, that program doesn't get nearly enough. That was a fun program. It was a stopgap program to just keep Miz over, but that was some fun stuff.
Those have been some of my favorite programs of all time. just the unexpected challenger. You know what I mean? Like, maybe not the first person you'd think of to be a contender, or the first, you know what I mean, the first challenger you'd think of, but just someone that, by happenstance or circumstance, they ended up in that opportunity, and then it's like, how close can they make you believe that maybe it's gonna happen?
Yeah. Was it New Year's Revolution? I think they had a match on that was absolutely phenomenal. But
I think so.
No, man. I mean, Travis Titan's there coming. Travis Titan was out there helping out the Shug.
Yep.
They were fighting off Mason Beck.
Yep.
And Connor Braxton.
Yep.
And all of a sudden,
couple of pricks.
Yeah, speaking of couple of pricks, and then we got another prick, Xander Killen, coming out of nowhere with a chair.
We got pricks on pricks on pricks.
There was a lot of pricks.
We got a prick for every brick in the Walcott Coliseum.
You just made poetry. Pretty amazing. We may have to up that mine to 8 stars.
I am a published poet, Regal. Did you know that?
Yes, I do. You've told me this many times.
I don't think I've told you many times.
You've told me more than once.
Really?
Yes. And
have I told you the story about it?
I believe so.
It's a good story.
We can tell it later.
Basically, so one of my friends was like, you're a creative writing major, you have to submit stuff to the literary magazine. And I was like, I don't want to. And they're like, you have to. And I was like, I just kind of write for myself unless it's for class. I'm like, well, just submit stuff that you wrote for class. And I was like, whatever. So I submitted 2 or 3 poems. One that I thought was really, really good. And then one other one that I was like, I'll send this one in too, I guess, And the one I didn't like was the one that got picked for the literary magazine.
It's funny how a lot of times that seems to be the thing.
Yeah.
That the one that the writer likes the least is actually the one that other people like the most.
Yeah.
It's kind of like...
it's kind of like Vince McMahon booking Monday Night Raw. Well, the stuff he likes the least is what the fans like the most.
And the stuff that the fans like the least is what he likes the most.
Breaking news. Signed for the Rust Belt, Nice Moline. An over-the-top rope battle royal to determine a new #1 contender for the SCW Pro Championship. Participants include Connor Braxton, Mason Beck, Joe Asa, The Shug, Crotch, and more.
Hey, Alex.
What?
I think you should enter that battle royal.
I think that's not a bad idea.
I totally think that you could win, Alex. You have been in battle royals before, Alex.
I do have battle royal experience.
You didn't do so well, but you were there.
I am 0-2 in battle royals. Actually, one time I eliminated myself.
That is true.
Mm-hmm. But the other time, I will not talk about the person that eliminated me.
You were eliminated by Redacted. Let's just put that.
Jerry the King Lawler.
Yes.
Who's dressed as Jerry the King Lawler.
Yes.
Ironically.
But, I mean, that's...
I just thought about...
Oh, boy. Wow.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Damn. If there might be 1 or 2 people that are listening that are going to get that, but God damn it. And we are not editing that out.
Nope.
That's too fucking funny. If there's anybody out there that doesn't get that joke, DM me and I will tell you off private.
I don't feel good about making that joke, and I don't feel good about drawing attention to that person. But
yeah, but that just kind of happened organically.
Yeah.
But no, Battle Royal, man, that'll be fun. I'm a Battle Royal fan. So, and it's a lot of bodies. You never know. You know who could win it?
Who?
Jimmy Thomas.
The Rookie of the Year, primetime
Rookie of the Year.
James Thomas.
Primetime Jimmy Thomas.
James Thomas.
Jimmy Thomas.
I think he was a little late getting ready in the arena Saturday night.
Why?
He was wearing his bathrobe. I think he just got out of the bath.
Yeah, I think he thought that, if he wore his bathrobe, maybe he thought that Ric Flair wore a bathrobe, but Ric Flair definitely did not wear a bathrobe.
Yeah, maybe he just got out of the bubble bath with bubbles.
Is Rick gonna wear a robe? Is Rick gonna wear a robe?
Hard to say. Hard to say.
I hope Rick's wearing one of his robes.
Be cool as hell.
No, Rick. We know what Rick's gonna be wearing. Rick's gonna be wearing a suit. Rick will be styling and profiling all the way to the ring.
Yeah.
He'll have 4 women on each arm.
Maybe.
If anybody can do it, it's the Nature Boy.
That's right.
He's gonna be there
He is.
Friday night.
Yeah.
I'm a little excited.
I am. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I mean, like I said, man.
I know you said that Ric Flair sucked.
I never said that.
You said
Ever in my life have I said Ric Flair sucked. I said Ric Flair is the greatest. I might have said the way they booked Ric Flair in 1999 sucked. Remember they threw him in a mental institution, and then didn't David and Vince Russo like drag him out in the desert and try to bury him?
I don't remember.
I think that was the thing that actually happened.
The only time Vince Russo bothered taking somebody to the desert to bury him, but you know what I mean. Come on, that was better than. Oh, you undersold that joke. That was funny.
That was pretty funny. But now, folks, this Friday night at the Rust Belt, you don't want to miss it. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a historic, legendary night. 16 years of SCW.
And we got the 16-time World Heavyweight Champion.
And we got the 16-time World Heavyweight Champion.
Did you ever, in your wildest dreams, imagine?
No, we've had stars. We've had big names in the world of wrestling.
Yeah.
We've had Abyss.
Yep.
We've had X-Pac. We've
Raven.
had Billy Gunn. We've had Raven. We've had Ryback.
Vader.
We've had Vader. We've had Vicky. We've had Vader. We've had Hall of Famers. We've had Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah.
I never in a million years thought that the greatest professional wrestler of all time was going to be coming to SCW Pro.
I hope we have some good Rick stories next week.
I do too. I
think Rick will want to hang out with us?
Maybe. Well, you never know. I mean,
maybe he'll stick around and do commentary for free.
Wouldn't that be something?
I don't know.
That's probably not going to happen.
Probably not going to happen. Nobody should do commentary for free. But yeah, that's going to be crazy. Speaking of crazy, go ahead.
And let's be honest, if Rick wanted to stick around and do commentary, we're both getting thrown out of the booth anyway.
Quite possibly.
You know that somebody's going to pull Rick on that one. But it's, no, in all seriousness, I never in a million years thought that SCW Pro would be pulling in the 16-time World Heavyweight Champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair. Thank you so much to Sean Moeller.
Yes.
At Moeller Nights for putting on this event and allowing us to be a part of it and allowing us to do this platform where we are allowed to bring the Nature Boy in. Thank you to everybody on the SCW Pro side who's had a hand in it. And thank you, of course, to the fans who, without you,
they're the reason why we're able to do things like this.
We wouldn't have gotten where we are now if it hadn't been for your guys' support, especially over the last few years. So come out Friday night. Let's see some great wrestling, see some great comedy. You gonna watch any comedy? I do love stand-up comedy. So
it'll all depend on what our schedule allows. I'm very busy with SCW Pro, and
yeah, we'll see where we're at. But I would, if time allows, I'd love to check out some stand-up comedy. And
yeah,
if like Alex said, Rick said to buy Alex drinks, but hey, if anybody wants to buy me a drink, I'm always down to drink one. So
I don't know. I think Rick Gage said he would murder anyone that tried to buy you a drink.
We just won't tell him.
Rick Gage.
Yeah, we just won't tell Rick.
Rick Gage.
But Alex, we were at Walcott.
Yep.
But and we had a great show.
Great show.
But while we were in Walcott, there was this little teensy-weensy show
going on in Vegas, right?
That was going on in Las Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas.
Called All Elite Wrestling Double or Nothing. We just actually got done watching the show.
It is Monday night. We just got done watching the show.
We finally on Monday got to sit down and watch the show with some friends.
Yeah.
that decided not to stay for the podcast, unfortunately.
I was hoping we'd get everybody to stay for the pod.
I was hoping we'd get everybody to stay.
Yeah. Margaret's still here somewhere, I
Well,
think.
but let's be honest, your wife doesn't want to be on this podcast.
She did for a while.
She used to back in the day. Then she got
There was
smart.
a stretch when she was on every week.
Then she got smart and decided that she didn't
had
want to
better
hang out
things
with
to do.
Yeah, she didn't want to
She
hang
wanted
out
to become a world famous booktuber.
Yes.
If you know how to read, and read books, watch my wife's YouTube videos. Margaret Adele on YouTube.
But Alex,
Shit. Do you think any of our listeners know how to read?
I would hope so.
Maybe one or two.
Considering a couple of them are mailmen.
We know mailmen don't know how to read.
I assume they know how to read because they have to be able to read the address of the people they are delivering the mail to. We're very big with mailmen, Alex. I didn't know if you knew that.
Yeah, that is true.
We have big fans of the United States Postal Service.
We really do. But God, I never thought about that. But that's funny. But no, mailmen don't know how to read. There's only ever one good mailman, Regal.
Who's that?
Cliff Clavin.
Well, I know one mailman that'll probably agree with you on that one.
The only good mailman ever.
Except when he went to Jeopardy and then he lost all his money.
Well, yeah.
Is that one dude still on Jeopardy? Does anybody know?
I don't know. I haven't watched it in a
I
couple
haven't
days.
been able to watch all week.
I
I assume he's probably still there.
Probably.
Probably still.
I feel like I would have heard about. I feel like he's at that point now where you're going to hear about it when he's
loses,
gone.
Huge news.
Yeah.
And because that motherfucker's out there breaking kayfabe every goddamn second.
Do you know who else was, speaking of the U.S. Postal Service, you know what that made me think of?
What?
American males, American males, American males, American males.
I was thinking maybe you were going to say U.S. Mail Curtis Thompson.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Did you never see Firebreaker, before he was Firebreaker Chip in USWA in Texas?
No.
He was U.S. Mail Curtis Thompson, and he literally came out with the mailbag and everything.
No, that sounds terrible, though.
There was a mailman gimmick in the late 80s and early
I had an
90s.
E-Fed gimmick in that was a mailman, and he was called Ted the Postman Peterson, and it was his finish was the special delivery. He did the postal code, which was the 619, but he also did he did the mailbox bomb, which was the attitude adjustment. And the gimmick was he was like this happy-go-lucky guy, but then he'd go postal, which would be like the equivalent of hulking up. So like his moveset was all of the big babyface moves. He did like the swanton was airmail, and the attitude adjustment was the mailbox bomb, and postal code was the 619. And then he would get up. He'd go postal, and he'd freak out. And
so we've had postman deliveries in wrestling. You know what else we've had in wrestling?
What?
A Paperboy.
Yes. Special delivery, Rory Fox.
Can we say he is I think we can say he's a friend of the Slam fam.
I spent 5 hours in a car with him once.
Yes, and always great to me. So
yeah.
Did
you hate him for a while? No, that was
somebody else. No. Rory has always been excellent to me. So big fans of the former. Didn't he just like celebrate 30 years or something?
20 years.
20 years. Maybe it was 20 years. Sorry,
Rory's
not that old. Sorry,
God damn
sorry,
it,
Rory,
Regal.
if you ever listen to this. We love you. No, Rory's Rory Fox, great dude, great professional wrestler.
Yes.
But we got on the Postal Service. We were talking about Double or Nothing in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Did we even get that far?
Well, we said it was going on.
Did you watch the buyout yet?
I did. I watched the buy-in Saturday night.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's right.
I watched part of it before the doors opened at SCV Pro, and then I watched the second half of it at home after the show. No, I thought the buy-in was fun. I will kind of criticize a little bit and say that if you're trying to hard sell for last minute buys, I don't think that was necessarily the best way to do that. I think if you're doing that as a, hey, here's a free show to kind of show you some of the characters that we're going to have and and kind of what our style is going to be, I think it was a decent show. You had some guys that I think are going to be pushed commodities once we get to October on a weekly TV in the Battle Royal. You had Jimmy Havoc, you had Joey Janela, you had MJF, guys who we would see later on, Jungle Boy. Ace Romero looked great to me in the Battle Royal. He was definitely showcased. I was happy to see that.
Yeah.
Did you? What do you think of that? What do you think of that pounce?
It wasn't his best one.
Not his best one, but for those, there's probably a lot of people that maybe hadn't seen that yet, where he pounces someone out of the ring, and he did it to Marco Stunt, which of course is perfect because Marco is the most believable guy that would ever happen to.
Yeah.
Marco, and of course Marco got himself over because he's Marco, and Marco gets over everywhere he goes. I seriously question if there's somebody out there that doesn't like Marco Stunt. To me, you don't like Marco Stunt because you don't like fun.
I like Marco.
I love Marco. Great kid. Met him at the first Starcast, and he was so nice. And he's one of those kids that, like, even though he had an autograph table, he was literally walking around just like a fan.
Oh, I bet.
He was freaking out. He's like, I can't believe they actually, invited me to come here. He's like, he actually was going to come regardless.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Yeah, I think he was supposed to, like, help work one of the, like, vendor booths. And he's like, well, so now I guess I'm invited? No, Marco's a great kid. Then they had Kip Sabian versus Asshat.
Why do you
a.k.a. Sammy Guevara.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they've literally made his AEW gimmick that no one likes him. That everybody... And it's not like everybody hates him like MJF.
Yeah.
It's just literally they did the best thing they could. They went true to life. Art imitates life. Where Sammy Guevara is annoying little shit that nobody likes. That everybody just says, man, why is he here? And of course... Kip Sabian, who I'd seen a few times on World of Sport. He's a British guy. Super bad Kip Sabian. He's actually a singer-songwriter. Did you know that?
I don't think I did.
Yeah, he's actually a singer-songwriter. The match was... I didn't like the match as much as a lot of people seem to like it.
I thought it was fine.
I thought it was a fine, like a cruiserweight-style match you'd see like in the X Division on TNA. But
Yeah.
And then literally, as soon as that match was over, was there anything after that? I think there was one video package after that.
Did the Elite come out?
Oh, the Elite came out to finish it.
It kind of ended abruptly on my end.
I think they were running out of time.
Yeah.
It ended with the Elite on the stage. But yeah, if you're trying to hard sell that pay-per-view, they did run the Dustin and Cody video package.
Yeah.
Which was amazing. But I think you could have done a little more to hard sell the pay-per-view, but
Sure.
I enjoyed the show.
Yeah, I did too.
And obviously today we watched the main show, and we had it's funny, we can kind of give some insights because we had a person in here who basically knew nothing of AEW.
Right.
We had a person that knew what and who AEW was, and then we had obviously you and myself.
I'm kind of in the middle of the road.
You're in the middle.
I probably knew more than John G, but maybe less than you.
And then you have obviously me, who,
Nerd.
I'm sorry that
Why are you sorry?
I'm.
What's wrong with being a nerd?
There
you
isn't.
attacking nerds now?
No.
First you hate wrestling fans, now you hate all nerds?
No.
What are you gonna tell me next? Star Trek's fake?
Bro, they're in outer space in spaceships that can fly faster than the speed of light.
I know, it's what makes it awesome.
What's next? You're gonna tell me Game of Thrones and dragons aren't real?
What?
Sorry, bro.
Alright.
But no, I think me and you had a little bit different. I mean, you enjoyed it for the most part, right?
For the most part, yeah.
I loved it, and I think the two other people that were here enjoyed it for the most part. So,
It was hard to say because it's like because they were trolling you hard, so I don't know. It's like,
and you guys
what's trolling Regal and what is actually
you guys spent the majority of the pay-per-view just trolling on me, especially John G, because that's what outside John G does two things: refs wrestling matches and then trolls.
He also runs a successful comic book company and has a great job and is an actor and a stand-up comedian. And
Jesus, why don't you just tell us how great John G is?
I'm hoping he listens to this one.
I hope he will too.
Actually, he'll text me back and say, "Actually, John G doesn't do those things. Name redacted does."
Yes. Sorry.
Goddamn Regal.
Goddamn pal.
I want to go to bed.
We can't go to bed yet. The podcast isn't over.
I have not even been up for 12 hours. I got up at 10 today.
God, you're so lazy.
Okay, so when Margaret's parents stay here, they stay in our living room, and they sleep later than I do, and well, her mom does at least, and I don't feel comfortable like coming to hang out in the living room like while they're sleeping because I feel like that's awkward and there's not really anywhere else for me to go. I end up just staying in the bedroom, and since Margaret's sleeping, I can't like watch stuff or do stuff in there, so I just end up sleeping a lot when they're here.
You know that there's this thing they've invented. It's called headphones.
I hate headphones, and I actually don't have any that work on my phone.
Oh. Because
they broke, and I don't want to buy new ones because they're too expensive.
They make this thing. It's an adapter that you can use any pair of headphones on your iPhone. It's like $8.
Well, then how am I supposed to charge my phone and listen to headphones at the same time?
Well, you can't.
That's fucking stupid, Apple. Apple, if you're listening to this podcast, you're fucking mark ass.
I mean, we are on iTunes. Please don't besmirch Apple. They may kick us off of iTunes.
I just hate headphones anyway. I don't like headphones anyways. I don't like headphones. I don't like having this shit in my ears.
See, I have earbuds in my ears about half of my day because when I'm at work and I have my break time, I don't like to talk to people.
You'd like to talk to me? He fucking called me on every break today.
I did not call you on every break.
2 out of 3 at least.
No, I called you once today.
Oh, I was thinking of yesterday. Wait, did you work yesterday?
Yes, and I only called you once yesterday. And then you actually came to my work today.
Yeah, only because we had to buy shit.
Well, yeah. But you did make a point to come and see me.
No, we were going to get the filters. And I thought the filters were in the electronics department.
Yes, the filters were in the electronics department.
The furnace filters.
So you didn't come to see me?
No.
I'm not special at all.
Thank you for finally realizing that, Regal.
Folks, that's all for Off Tips with Regal. From now and forever, because this friendship is over.
No, we gotta do another pipe dream, dog.
Oh, shit. What the fuck are we gonna do that?
We'll have time. I'll be done with school in like 2 weeks.
Yes. We totally forgot.
I was thinking about it today.
I totally forgot.
I figure we're not going to do it next week, because next week we're going to talk about Rick. And Rick is slightly more interesting than Pipe Dream.
Just slightly. Well, Rick's in Pipe Dream.
That's actually, I was thinking about our angle with Rick.
Yeah.
I got some ideas.
Alright. But, no, we
might actually start from scratch. Because I think that the idea,
yeah.
the one angle that we're doing with Rick, I might want to make more prominent.
We made it through the main show of AEW, which, folks, welcome to. If this is your first time listening, this is what kind of happens here. We have a topic, and then we kind of
why would anybody listen to this for the first time?
Hopefully, we pick up some new listeners. You never know.
The All Elite Wrestling contingent.
Yes, everybody.
Cody, if you're listening.
Cody and the Bucks are probably listening to this show right now.
Hey, if the Bucks are listening, they'd tell him to unblock me on Twitter.
Absolutely. Everybody tweet the Young Bucks and tell them to unblock Alex McCarthy.
Yeah, I don't deserve it.
Everybody tweet Cody and Tony Khan and tell them that I need a better paying job. So, if that means literally cleaning out the trash of Tony Khan's office for a decent wage, I will take it.
You heard it here first, folks. Regal wants to be the janitor of AEW.
Dude, if it means I get to say I work for AEW, that would absolutely. You mean to tell me you wouldn't be a janitor for the WWE?
No.
Really?
No.
If they pay you more than your teaching job?
No.
Considerably more than your teaching job.
First of all, why the fuck would they pay me considerably more than my teaching job to be a fucking janitor? Not that there's anything wrong with being a janitor. Some of my best friends are janitors.
Janitors, people don't realize, janitors actually get paid pretty decent money. There's a lot of work.
Yeah. But, no, I don't know. What was the question?
For those of you who also, I should also say this, it was just in case people think we are disparaging jobs. No. My father was actually the head of janitorial and maintenance at a college for his entire career, for most of his entire working life. So
could you have gotten free college out of that?
Unfortunately, he had retired by the time I got there, so no.
Oh, man.
My sister got free college because he was working there when she went there.
Where at, Augie?
Blackhawk.
Okay. Is that Blackhawk a community college?
Yes. Blackhawk essentially is Rock Island County Community College.
Okay.
But no, the AEW. Where are we at? AEW.
What's it stand for again?
Huh?
What's it stand for?
All Elite Wrestling.
Oh.
And we went all in Chicago, and this time we went double or nothing in Vegas. They announced All Out in Chicago.
Yeah.
Are you going to try to go to this one?
I mentioned something to my wife about trying to go to this one, and she did not seem very interested.
I will say this. I'm hoping. I don't know if I'm going to Starcast, but at the very least I will be trying to go to All Out. But no, the show, like you said, you liked it. You didn't love it.
I like it. Like it wasn't like. I guess, and I think part of it's seeing it 2 days later.
Yeah, where we already the excitement.
And I kind of, my thing I always say is, if spoilers make me not want to watch the show, I probably wouldn't want to watch the show in the first place. But I wonder, seeing Cody break the throne, seeing Moxley show up, would those things have been a little bit more, like, would I have put the show over more had I seen them live? I don't know.
Because those things certainly popped me when I got home and was able to charge my phone and could get on my Twitter feed on Saturday night. And
they did, but would I rate the whole show the show as a whole better if those things had been surprises? Because really, my favorite thing in wrestling, and I've told you this before, I love to be surprised.
Yeah.
Because I'm that jaded wrestling fan who's like, they can't surprise me anymore. I know everything is kind of predictable, and you know what I mean? Like, I love surprises. I love the unpredictable. The holy shit, I didn't see that coming.
We got the surprise of the wrestling return of Kia Stevens, Amazing Kong.
Yeah.
Who looked great.
Oh my god, never mind.
What?
Nothing. I'm not gonna say it.
She
looks great.
I've been a Kong fan forever, so
right. That's kind of what I was getting at.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh my gosh, just great. One of the best matches on the card was that women's 4-way.
And I posted. I said it, guys. Kylie. There's no doubt in my mind. Kylie Ray is going to be a star.
Oh yeah.
She is so and obviously, and I'll address it. Cody made some controversial comments in a panel at Starcast, where basically he said that there is that Kylie draws a lot of comparisons to Bayley.
Yep.
And basically he said that Bayley is a person portraying a character, whereas the character you're seeing with Kylie Ray is essentially the person that Kylie really is. And from what I've seen and what I've heard, I gotta say, people may not like hearing it, but he's not wrong.
So you're saying Bailey's a bitch?
No, I'm not saying Bailey's a bitch. I'm saying Bailey is playing a character.
What?
The real life Bailey is not this childlike character, whereas Kylie Ray, and I don't think Kylie Ray's character is played as childlike. There's a difference. Kylie Ray's a nerd. She's a nerd girl, and trust me when I tell you, anybody that's met Kylie knows she is legitimately a nerd. In the way that I am a nerd, in the way that Alex is a nerd, in the way that
Am I a nerd?
You're a theater teacher.
That doesn't make me a nerd.
You're a nerd. You love wrestling.
I guess.
You love Cheers.
I do love
Who doesn't love Cheers, though?
If you don't love Cheers, you can get your pulse checked.
No. But Kylie Ray literally, has Pokemon gear. I don't think a female wrestler, I'll say it, I don't think a female wrestler would go out and make Pokemon gear if they were just trying to play this nerd character. This is who Kylie is. She is legitimately, and it might be amped up. Kylie, from the little bit I've met her at AEW, she is one of the sweetest people in the world. I don't think she has a harmful bone to anyone in her body. I absolutely love and adore this young lady, and I think that as we get more and more, especially when we get into weekly TV, I think there's no question about it that wrestling fans all over are going to love this young lady so much. I think Nyla Rose showed exactly what she needed to show, which is that she's a beast. I think it was great to see Kong, and I hope, and I'm assuming she's going to be around more. I think Dr. Britt Baker is an amazing wrestler. We discussed it. Is it just me, or is Britt's just a little dry? I want to see, and not that she's bad, because she's a great wrestler, great performer in the ring. I want to see a little more personality. And I know she's very smart. She is a legitimate shoot doctor. She's a dentist. But I want to see a little more fire, a little more personality. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think so.
I thought the OWE versus SCU match a little sloppy at times.
Yeah.
But you got to wonder, was there maybe a little language barrier?
Yeah, that's
was
something
there,
John G was talking about, yeah.
Was there some timing issues because of that? But I think that was the exact up-tempo, super fast tag teams, trios match that they want to open with AEW.
Yeah.
That's what they did. I mean, that's what they opened up the pre-show for All In with, was SCU versus the Briscoes.
Yeah.
I think that was the best match to put on first, because I think you're getting the crowd up, you're getting them excited, and again, once we get into weekly TV and maybe we get some matches where the OWE guys are facing other OWE guys, I think you're really going to see that style and see what they can do.
Yeah.
Because I've watched some of the YouTube stuff, and it is pretty amazing to see that version of pro wrestling. And not to say that this match was bad. This was, I think this may have been, or the lowest I gave a match on this card was probably, on the main pay-per-view card, was 3 stars. So, even if I'm saying it wasn't as great as I thought it would be, it was still pretty good. I think Angelico and Jack Evans versus Best Friends was good. One of those matches, again, I would have tightened it up a little bit. That's the only complaint I have.
It was also for, first of all, I thought Angelico and Jack Evans were the two most poorly introduced guys in the show, with the exception of maybe the ladies in the trios match.
Well, they literally just introduced Angelico and Jack on the Road to Double or Nothing, leading up week before.
I thought Angelico and Jack Evans' gear looked indie as shit. I thought their gear looked horrible. Like, I would not have let them go out on national pay-per-view looking like that. That, and they were wearing the same color as the Best Friends, which is a big no-no.
I honestly wonder, was there any time to fix that?
Yeah, you tell them, see that shit that you're wearing? Go throw it away and go to Dick's Sporting Goods and get some black singlets and wear that instead because you look terrible.
And again, I guarantee you, once we get to October, they will probably have better gear. I think they got signed. This match got added literally the week before the show.
Yeah.
They probably didn't have a lot of time to get that figured out.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna move on. I thought the Joshi match was great. Probably my third favorite match on the show. Third or fourth favorite match on the show. It was in the top half.
I liked it for a match. I didn't feel like I connected with any of them. Any of the characters, though. With the exception of Aja. But the difference is, and Aja was the only one that I knew beforehand. What was the girl that they said was like the Joshi equivalent of Kylie Ray? What was her name?
Emi Sakura.
Okay, Emi Sakura. I like.
And I did retweet a tweet tonight from Hikaru Shida, the girl with the kendo stick.
Yeah.
She is moving over in October. She said she's moving over this fall. She will be full time. I really did like her in this match.
I did too. I just, like I said, I didn't connect with any of the characters.
And like I said, I think Josh. Well, and I think again, this is the first time you've seen it. They really didn't do a lot of build for it. I'm hoping again, if AEW gets to weekly TV, we can do more build for it. We can maybe do some vignettes introducing the history of Joshi and the style of Joshi. And Joshi to me is a way that AEW could stand out, like the cruiserweights were, like the luchadors were when they first showed up in WCW, because that is a excellent form of wrestling that your mainstream American audience hasn't really seen. And like I said, I don't really follow current Joshi. My Joshi history, and this is why I obviously knew Aja Kong, is 90s and is late 80s, early 90s All Japan women stuff. Lioness Asuka matches and Miami Toyota matches. So I thought the match was great. I actually went 3 3/4 stars on it, but
I forgot to rate. I forgot to star rate. I forgot it was on Grapple.
The next match, universally, I think agreed by everybody, the match of the show, Cody versus Dustin Rhodes. There was a lot of blood in this match, and I'm a deathmatch fan.
Yeah, Dustin was bleeding bad.
Dustin bled a lot. But I thought these guys told a beautiful story, and go back and watch this match. Obviously, there was a lot of blood, but just watch how they told the story of this match. This to me is how you tell a story of pro wrestling, how you get people excited. This match built right to the perfect ending.
And it was to me, it was probably one of the most natural stories on the show.
Yeah, and they obviously
simple stories.
And this was the match that had probably the best build. The Road to Double or Nothing, where they introduced Dustin as Cody's opponent, is one of the coolest video packages I've ever seen in pro wrestling.
Yeah,
him saying, I've had my Dustin saying, I've had my 30-year career. I am Dustin Rhodes. My brother has a chip on his shoulder, and he's an asshole. And then they have this amazing match, this bloody, violent match, which, let's face it, they're the Rhodes boys, Alex.
Yeah.
If there's we know that Daddy liked to bleed. You can look at his forehead.
Oh yeah.
And Cody's gone on record saying he's. I mean, obviously you go back to All In.
Yeah.
Cody bled like crazy at All In.
Yeah.
In a big match, Cody's one of the people that thinks blood adds to it.
Right.
Was there maybe a little too much blood in this match? For some people, you could probably say yes.
Maybe a little.
But obviously, I think the end, the finish, everything great. And then, literally, Alex, I'm going to say it. For those people, Alex McCarthy had tears in his eyes.
I did.
At the end of the match. For Cody's promo because, well, you tell the story.
Yeah. So my favorite, my favorite promo of all time is Dusty, and it's not Hard Times. It's the one where he tells Dustin that he's going to be his partner. He's going to help him fight Colonel Robert Parker in the stud stable and everything like that. And basically, Cody cut a promo that was very obviously a tribute to that promo tonight, basically asking Dustin to be his partner against the Young Bucks, and so I got a little emotional.
Yeah, I really wanted him to say, he said, I need my big brother. I wanted him to say, all I need is a hug and a kiss.
All I need is a hug and a kiss to seal the deal,
yeah.
baby.
But no, that was beautiful, and we are getting the Young Bucks versus Cody and Dustin at Fight for the Fallen.
Yeah.
So, Fight for the Fallen's already looking like a pretty good show. You got that, and then literally for me, one of the, like an all-time, like the second it was announced, it's like when you realize there was a dream match you didn't know you didn't think of. As soon as it's announced, you realize that it's gonna be how amazing it is.
What's that?
Because, the main match that's announced for that show right now is Kenny Omega versus Shima.
Oh yeah.
And like I did mention this, like, dude, I'm excited for OWE because I have been following Shima before I followed New Japan, long before the Bullet Club. Some of the first tapes that I got when I got into indie wrestling in like 2003 and started getting a little exposure to Japan was Toryumon, which later led into Dragon Gate stuff.
Yeah.
So literally Shima was one of my first favorite guys that I watched on tape. So, and that dude's you were talking about a guy that's found the fountain, that somewhere has the fountain of youth.
Yeah.
I don't think the man has aged a day in 20 years.
You certainly couldn't tell from the match against SCU.
Yeah, he's in great shape. He looks exactly the same as he did when I watched him in 2003. So
yeah.
Then we had Lucha Bros versus the Young Bucks.
This match was what I expected. It was a lot of spots and a car crash kind of a match, but I liked it. I thought it was good. There was like I said, a lot of spots, but that's what you come to expect with all those guys. So
I mean, this is not the first time these two teams have faced each other. They did a match at the Battle of LA for PWG a few years ago that is also excellent. But I mean, obviously on this stage, I do love the fact that the All Elite Wrestling ring essentially is a Japanese wrestling ring.
Yeah, you're saying
it is 20 by 20. Japanese wrestling rings are 20 by 20 like WWE. The major difference, Japanese wrestling rings are a little bit softer. They use steel cable rope, and one of the biggest differences, the aprons are much, much wider. So it allows for more apron maneuvers on the apron safely, including a Canadian destroyer on the apron that was amazing to see happen. There was a lot of stuff, obviously. Like I said, this was the Young Bucks at their spot monkey best. We got old school Young Bucks on this night.
I don't think that's even a bad thing.
No, it's not. And I think, and again, they're not going to do that every week. We'll see. We'll see New Japan last run in New Japan Memphis Young Bucks too.
Right.
Which I've always said that. Well, I can't say that because you almost quit the podcast that one time for it. But when I tried to get you to watch a Young Bucks match, you quit the podcast.
That was a work.
I know. I was just trying to, No, I always told Alex he needs to watch the, as I like to call it, the Memphis Young Bucks stuff, because that's honestly some great entertaining stuff. No, I really enjoyed.
I'm not as anti-Young Bucks as I was when we started the podcast.
You used to be super anti-Young Bucks when we first met, but I think I would like to think I've helped soften you up a little bit.
Well, it helps that the Young Bucks are talented wrestlers.
Yeah.
Unblock me on Twitter, assholes.
And also,
very nice executive vice presidents.
As I say, don't call them assholes, bro. I'm trying to get a job.
Assholes.
But anyway, I gave this match 4.5 stars. This was probably my.
Did you ever grapple app out the whole time?
I grapple apped every match on the card. Yeah.
Wow.
But, I gave this match 4.5. This was my second favorite match of the night. I gave Cody and Dustin 4 3/4.
Did you?
Yeah, I went just a shade below 5. Like, I love storytelling in a wrestling match, and that was a beautiful symphony of storytelling
for
me.
sure.
So that's 4 3/4. Then the main event, Alpha versus Omega 2. This match did not disappoint, dude. This thing, Rockstar Jericho is just brutal.
Yeah.
And this was, and I'm interested to see because I've read a few takes. This was New Japan Jericho.
Yeah.
This is New Japan Jericho. This is Rockstar coming out to Judas by Fozzy, wearing the spiked jacket with the eyeliner, with the guy liner, and the hat, which Alex hates the hat.
I don't hate the hat. I just don't like it.
It's part of his Rockstar gimmick. It works.
What Rockstar wears a hat like that?
Brett Michaels has worn a hat like that. A lot of rock stars, like Richie Sambora. A lot of rock stars, especially from the 80s and 90s, which Jericho loves.
Yeah.
They wore hats like that. So,
Okay.
I went ahead. I gave this match 4 1/4. I love this match. It wasn't as bloody, but there was blood because Kenny's got broke his shit nose.
Shit nose.
And I think I think Kenny's almost to the point where if like somebody hits it, like if you scrape his nose, you can break it. He's had broken noses in Japan a few times, so
yeah.
I think that's one of those things where like his nose probably breaks fairly easily now.
Sure.
Jericho may have a broken hand.
Yeah, quite possibly.
From a spot where Jericho's holding a table and Kenny suicide dives into the table, so Jericho's hand literally gets like slammed to the floor underneath this table by like the legs of the table, and I don't think Jericho ever threw a punch with that hand the rest of the match.
No.
So I'm pretty sure I think Jericho may have a broken hand here, and it was bleeding too. So, this was fun. Obviously, I'm gonna say so. I will say one thing.
What?
I do not like the Judas effect.
Yeah.
It's a spinning back elbow. I mean, I get it. It's Jericho who's been going through MMA training. They did a whole big vignette on YouTube with
It's
him.
also Jericho who can't fucking take that back bump and put all that pressure on his knees anymore.
That is true. The Lion Tamer puts a lot of pressure on the knees. The walls of Jericho.
The fucking code breaker.
Well, the walls of Jericho puts a lot of pressure on your knees too because you're down in that crouch.
Yeah.
And then the code breaker obviously takes a wicked hard back bump every time you do it. So I think he's trying to find things that he can do that can prolong his career, which is awesome. I mean, and we talked about this. Jericho has there's something they call it where the skin on his chest is really loose, basically from years of abuse from pro wrestling.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's not that because Jericho's not fat. He's actually in great shape.
Yeah.
But his chest looks a little weird because it's been beat up so much. And I think he's trying to find things that he can do to maybe prolong his career. I mean, the man is north side of almost 48 years old, I believe, is what they said on the show.
Sounds right. Yeah.
So almost 50. Obviously, still wants to keep wrestling for a few more years in some capacity. I mean, Lou Thez wrestled until he was damn near 70. So.
Yeah. Well. Nothing against Lou Thez, but the style was a little different back then.
Lou Thez wasn't getting tables double stomped on his head either.
Right. I don't think.
I mean, you never know. He did wrestle the Sheik a lot.
Damn.
Not the Iron Sheik. The original Sheik. Ed Farhat. But Lou Thez... I just got this mental image of Lou Thez wrestling 2019 Chris Jericho. And Lou Thez being like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
It used to be a joke that Derek St. Holmes would make on AEW commentary. They'd be like, what would Lou Thez say? And then it was one time it was like a scramble match that Heidi Lovelace was in, aka Ruby Riott.
Yeah.
And they said, what would Lou Thez say? And Phil Coleman went, why is there a woman in the ring?
Right.
It's like, wow. Probably true though, unfortunately. Lou wrestled in the 40s, man.
There was ladies wrestling back then, though.
Yeah, there was. But no, and then obviously, the end of the show for Double or Nothing, we get the big reveal.
I thought he was in Vancouver. He was filming a movie. He's just gonna take some time off, dog.
People literally on Saturday were saying he wasn't gonna be there. And
oh my god, everybody was so sure.
Yeah, that he wasn't gonna be there. Well, guess what? Y'all were wrong. The Jon Moxley taking a break lasted all of about 3 weeks. Because he is officially now all in with All Elite Wrestling. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Moxley comes in to the pop of the night. Well,
yeah.
That or Cody breaking the throne. What was bigger?
I think it was Mox.
I think Mox, because I think everybody was just so happy and surprised. Mox hits the. I'm assuming it will probably be renamed. It will not be the Dirty Deeds. Hits it on Jericho, hits it on the referee, and then by this point Kenny's come to. Kenny fights back. They brawl through the crowd. They brawl the entranceway. Mox hits the double arm DDT on a stack of poker chips. And then Moxley is standing over Kenny Omega to end the show. And we have officially announced for the September, or is it August 31st?
August 31st.
So it's on a Saturday.
Yep.
August 31st at the Sears Center in Chicago, Illinois. All out. Jon Moxley makes his AEW wrestling in-ring debut against Kenny Omega.
Well, they haven't said that he won't be at Fyter Fest or Fall for the Fallen, have they?
They haven't, but they said he was going to make an in-ring debut. So
okay.
I'm assuming he'll probably do run-ins and crazy shit because the.
Well, he's doing some Japan dates.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about that. But no, I loved it. Obviously, I even had someone Saturday literally call me out for being an AEW fanboy. I don't like the term fanboy. Am I a supporter of AEW because it's more of... I'll say this. I'm a supporter of AEW because it is the brand of wrestling that I want to see at this point in my life.
Sure.
I don't want to see 24/7 titles and a bunch of, C-Squad guys running around like to Benny Hill music. I want to see...
Is there Benny Hill music on Raw?
They might as well have Benny Hill music playing over those fucking segments.
I would love some Benny Hill music.
That's what should be playing over the WWE 24/7 title. That thing looks like trash.
Can we get a off-the-chest Timothy Regal 24/7 title?
Well, technically we had one of those on our old thing.
Oh yeah.
And then it was defended in a thumb war. I mean,
it was.
Sorry, folks.
Because I realized it was a stupid idea.
But
it was a stupid idea, though.
I love the show. Obviously, we have 2 more shows before we get to weekly TV.
Three.
Oh, I keep forgetting about Fyter Fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep forgetting because Fyter Fest last year was just a show at the CFO video game tournament.
I think it's gonna be bigger this year, dog.
I kind of think they're doing it bigger this year. They're doing it in conjunction with CFO.
Yeah.
But I think it's obviously I do love the whole gimmick where it's Fyter Fest that Kenny only saw. For those of you unaware, the gimmick here is that Kenny Omega only saw the commercial for the Fyre Fest. He didn't actually watch the documentary about it. So he thinks that doing this for a wrestling show at a video game tournament will work. It's actually pretty funny. But no, Jon Moxley. The funny thing is, Tony Khan said in the post event presser that Moxley had signed a contract that allowed him to work international dates when AEW business was slow. And I didn't read anything into that at first. I'm thinking, okay, he might make an indie appearance, maybe like at Rev Pro or something like that. And then, this morning, while most of the people that are listening to this show were asleep, and I saw this when I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning, they have been running vignettes in New Japan Pro Wrestling for a man that was going to come and attack Juice Robinson.
Didn't you say it was going to be Chris Brooks?
A lot of, because there was a Union Jack. It was a gentleman wearing a biker jacket, obviously a taller gentleman. But he had they had a Union Jack on the Union Jack flag on the jacket, so everybody was assuming it was going to be a British guy.
Yeah.
And Chris Brooks was a guy that everybody kind of thought, because he's a Rev Pro guy, and it kind of looked like Chris Brooks. Everybody thought it was going to be Chris Brooks. Sure. Well, then last week, Chris Brooks out of nowhere signed with DDT. So everybody's like, okay, who's this? And there's a couple of Japanese guys that are on excursion in New Japan or in the Rev Pro. So they're like, well, maybe it's one of these guys coming back.
Did you hear the team that was just announced to the King of Trios?
Who?
Scott Steiner, Petey Williams, and Jordynne Grace.
That is amazing. Hey, Alex.
What?
You want to know what the chances of that team winning King of Trios are?
I think their team's going to be called the Mathletes.
I hope so.
That's hilarious.
Well, Scott Steiner was Jordynne Grace's dad.
Yeah.
We figured that out.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say it. I had a thought that was on the tip of my tongue. But
oh my gosh, Regal!
I'm gonna pull it back.
A year ago, you wouldn't have.
I'm gonna pull it back.
Making progress.
Jordynne, I love you. I'll just say that. But if so after that breaking news, no. The same vignette is aired every show throughout the Best of Super Juniors, and Juice has been on commentary the last few nights. Well, this morning it aired, except this time they revealed the face and they put a name on it, and it's Jon Moxley.
Yep.
Jon Moxley is coming to New Japan Pro Wrestling
to win the United States Championship.
I'm super excited. I'm like, dude, if we can get Moxley, like, I want Moxley in the G1. I want Moxley on every New Japan show. I want Moxley against Ishii. I want Moxley against Naito. I want Moxley against Suzuki. I want everything right now. Take all the Jon Moxley and inject it directly into my vein, basically. Wrestling in 2019 is amazing because it's literally becoming it's going to become the Wild West again, dude.
Right.
Every guys are going to go where, there's money involved, but there's also, creativity involved. And
yep.
There's also, freedom to do things your way involved.
Yep.
And competition is good.
Yeah.
So buckle up and get ready to ride, because I have a feeling the next few months are going to be a whole lot of fun. And it's going to be real fun when we get to October. So, I'm super excited. There was something else I was going to say. Damn it, now I can't remember. But anyway, did you watch the Midwest mixtape?
Are you fucking kidding me? No.
Alex is kidding.
No, I did not watch the Illinois, Indiana, Missouri, and Tennessee mixtape.
Alex is kidding. We love IndependentWrestling.tv. We love Dylan Hales.
Ugh.
He's amazing.
Don't talk to me.
I won't. It's a podcast. I kind of have to talk to you.
Why? You just talk to the little audience.
I talk to the people. I also talk to you. Why are you so grumpy? Have I kept you up that late?
No.
Are you? Is it past your bedtime there, Grandpa?
No, I just.
You need to take your Geritol.
No, I think it fucking is stupid that fucking we're gonna call it the Midwest mixtape, the best of the Midwest, and it's fucking 3 Chicago promotions, 2 Indiana. No, 2 Chicago promotions, 3 Indiana promotions, 1 Missouri promotion, and a fucking Tennessee promotion.
Hey, Alex.
It's south of the Mason-Dixon line.
Hey, Alex.
It's not the Midwest.
Hey, Alex.
Fuck them.
Who's the 3XW Pure Champion?
Jeremy Wyatt.
Hey, you know who was on the Midwest Mixtape yesterday?
Get the fuck off me.
Jeremy Wyatt.
Iowa should have been represented.
Hey,
What?
Alex.
What?
Hasn't Eric Cannon been on 3XW?
He wasn't. You're missing the point.
Hey, Alex. Ace Steel was on the Midwest Mixtape. You know where he was last month?
He's from Chicago.
But
He lives in Missouri now.
he was on SCW.
Don't fucking no. Fuck you.
You need to teach me how to throw curveballs. By the way,
I'll fucking throw a curveball up your ass.
that would probably be really painful. Actually,
Shut up.
I don't want you to do that.
It's your American dream, baby. I'm gonna do the fucking plug so we can get out of this
Dust.
bullshit. Nope, I'm not talking about
Dusty,
anything
real
else.
quick, Dusty, we gotta talk about your.
Hey, wait, hold up, goddamn minute, Steve Morgan, you son of a bitch. You wanted Triple H to come out on Raw and attack my statue with a sledgehammer. You classless asshat son of a bitch.
Dusty,
Fuck off, I'm hot.
Dusty, I want to talk about your boys.
I don't want to talk about it, Regal.
They had an amazing match.
Yeah. They bled all over the damn place. Brandy threw a spear. And fucking Dusty bled all over the damn place. And then Cody won. And then Cody ripped off my promo, and now they're going to be partners.
Were you proud?
Of course I'm proud. What do you think? How you think I like to see my kids beat the hell out of each other and kill each other? Yeah, it was great, Regal. I loved it.
All right. Hey, Dust.
What?
You know who's coming Friday?
I don't give a shit.
Your best buddy.
Magnum?
Your other best buddy.
Nikita?
Your other best buddy.
Fuck you. Follow Alex on Twitter.
Not Dick Murdoch.
At Real Spot Alex. Follow fucking Margaret at Margaret and Dale. Like me on Facebook, Slave Fame Wrestling Network. Follow the podcast at Off the Chest TR. Instagram Slave Fame Wrestling. I don't even think Margaret does that anymore. Next week they gonna talk about Ric Flair. Woo!
Hey.
Big woo!
I'll see you later, Dusty. Hey, Alex.
Leave me alone.
Alex, Dusty left.